Hello everyone, welcome back to Astrology of Scholars. Today is a special episode. We're exploring Aries rising, the final rising sign in our complete series. If this is your rising sign, you're about to understand why you're always ready for a fight, why everything feels like a battle, and why you rush into things without thinking. You know that feeling when someone tells you no and you immediately want to prove them wrong? That's Aries rising. Let's dive into this warrior energy one last time. So, Aries rising. Your approach to life is I am first. To survive, I must fight. When Aries is rising at the moment of birth, this person's approach to life is to spontaneously discover what they want at any moment and go after it, to use their fighting power, courage, and independence to do what they want without waiting for support from others. When these qualities are integrated healthily with other elements in the birth chart, you see a healthy Aries rising picture in the face they show to the outer world. You're a pioneer. You're brave. You go first. You start things others are too afraid to begin. Here's what healthy Aries rising looks like. Think of someone who sees a problem and immediately takes action. No committee meetings, no endless planning, no waiting for permission. They see what needs to be done and they do it. Maybe it's starting a business everyone said would fail. Maybe it's standing up to injustice when everyone else is silent. Maybe it's moving to a new city with no plan except, I'll figure it out. That's healthy Aries rising. Courageous, decisive, action-oriented. On the shadow side, an Aries rising who sees the world as a battlefield and all people almost like enemies, shows an existence that is wild, rude, quarrelsome, experiencing sudden outbursts of anger, and while busy with these, doesn't know what they want and can't go after their own desires. Here's the shadow version. You wake up angry. Traffic makes you furious. Your coworker's email tone pisses you off. Your partner asks you a simple question and you snap at them. By the end of the day, you fought with half a dozen people and you don't even remember what you wanted to accomplish today. You were so busy being angry, so busy fighting that you forgot to live. You forgot to pursue anything meaningful. Your warrior energy is being wasted on meaningless battles. The same aggressive energy can also be seen in a passive-aggressive style. In the end, instead of using their energy to go after their own desires and start something meaningful, they put their anger in service. Let me explain passive-aggressive Aries rising. You can't directly fight your boss, so you forget to send that email. You can't yell at your mother-in-law, so you show up late to family dinner every single time. You can't confront your roommate, so you passive-aggressively leave dishes in the sink. The warrior energy is still there, but it's twisted, indirect, poisonous. You're still fighting, but now you're fighting dirty because you won't fight openly. Behind the dynamic energy and assertiveness lies a real need to challenge and conquer. The combative quality is so strong that if this person doesn't direct their energy constructively, that is, if they can't enter meaningful struggles, they can earn the enmity of the people around them. Here's what this looks like in real life. You pick fights everywhere. At work, you're always challenging your boss, arguing in meetings, pushing back on every decision. At home, every conversation becomes a debate. Your partner says they like a movie and you immediately explain why they're wrong. Your friend shares good news and you find the flaw in it. You're not trying to be difficult. You genuinely don't know how to interact without some element of combat. But slowly, people start avoiding you. They stop sharing with you. They don't invite you to things. You've turned everyone into an enemy. Because they're not very thoughtful, they don't care who they hurt while satisfying their impulses. One way or another, they will fight. They can easily undertake tasks that other people are hesitant about. They are brave. This is actually one of your gifts. You'll do what others won't. When everyone else is paralyzed by fear, you act. When everyone else is debating the risks, you've already started. Need someone to make the first move? That's you. Need someone to break the ice? Challenge the status quo? Be the guinea pig? That's Aries rising. You're not afraid of failure because you're not afraid of anything. They don't give up trying to make themselves accepted. They are overly direct and outspoken. A person with this rising makes a tremendous start on every task, but may not be able to finish well. Let me paint this picture. January 1st, you start 5 new projects. You're going to learn Spanish, write a novel, start a YouTube channel, get in the best shape of your life. Launch a side business. You attack all of them with incredible energy. By February, you've abandoned 3. By March, the other 2 are forgotten. You've already moved on to the next shiny thing, the next battle to fight, the next mountain to charge up. Your life is littered with brilliant beginnings and no endings. If a project doesn't develop as they want, instead of taking time to investigate the reasons for the mistake, they may just leave. Since the decision to sustain life depends on struggle, it's very important that they find conditions that truly require struggle. Here's the trap. You need real battles, real challenges, real mountains to climb, but modern life doesn't provide many of those. You're not literally fighting for survival. So what happens? You create artificial battles. You make mountains out of molehills. You turn your partner into an opponent, your job into a war zone, your family into enemy territory. Not because they actually are, but because you need to fight. And if there's no real enemy, you'll invent one. Otherwise, they just get angry for the sake of being angry, act out of boredom, create tension, and without using their judgment, stubbornly fight with all their might until they escape the impasse they're in. I want to tell you about this pattern because it's important to recognize, are you fighting for something or just fighting? Are you angry because something genuinely wrong happened, or are you angry because you're bored and restless? Are you standing up for a principle, or are you just picking a fight because your warrior energy has nowhere else to go? This is the question Aries rising must constantly ask themselves. Your positive traits are direct, combative, forward-leaning, brave, fighting for those who need protection. You're a champion, you're a warrior, you stand up when others sit down, you speak when others are silent, but your negative traits? You're forceful, acting without thinking, thoughtless, wild, rude, quarrelsome, animalistic. You're the ram, charging forward without looking, headbutting everything in your path, leaving destruction in your wake. Now let me give you 3 practical tips if you're Aries rising. Tip number 1, find a real battle worth fighting. Channel your warrior energy into something meaningful. Maybe it's a cause you believe in, fighting injustice, advocating for the vulnerable, championing a movement. Maybe it's a physical challenge, martial arts, competitive sports, intense fitness goals. Maybe it's a professional mountain, building a business, mastering a skill, achieving something difficult. Give your warrior self a real enemy, a real challenge. Stop wasting your fire on meaningless conflicts. Tip number 2, finish one thing before starting the next. I know this is torture for you. I know the beginning is the most exciting part and the middle is boring and the end feels impossible. But here's the truth. Anyone can start. Only the strong can finish. You pride yourself on being strong, right? Prove it. Pick one project, just one, and see it through to completion. Build that finishing muscle. Show yourself you're not just good at charging, you're good at conquering. Tip number 3, pause before you react. When you feel that surge of anger, that impulse to fight, that urge to charge forward, stop. Just for 3 seconds. Count to 3. Then ask, is this a battle worth fighting? Is this anger serving me? Is this the hill I want to die on? Not every provocation deserves a response. Not every challenge needs to be met with combat. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away. Your lesson, Aries rising, is to be a warrior, not a bully. To fight for things, not just fight. To channel your incredible courage and energy into meaningful pursuits, not meaningless conflicts. To know when to charge and when to retreat. To be brave enough to finish what you start. So if you're Aries rising, I want to hear from you. What's your most meaningful battle right now? Have you learned to finish what you start? How do you channel your warrior energy constructively? Share in the comments. And with that, we've completed all 12 rising signs. This has been an incredible journey through the ascendants. If you've enjoyed this series, please check out our Rising Signs playlist where you can explore all 12 signs in depth. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for whatever series comes next. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. You've been amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.